Carl. How many op 4 we got?
Came up out of the trench. Yeah, boy. You had cover. You had good cover.
Їбать. Доповідай. Мінус, ще не під'їхали.
They're very receptive to the training. They're having a lot of fun, as well as we're pushing them more into the lead, so they're actually taking that role to actually be in charge and maintain. Like, they're over there dealing with a problem right now. Their hands-on approach to get stuff fixed, get it back in the fight, and get back on the range and get shooting. So overall, it's a success, but at the same time, it's frustrating to sit back. But you want them to be successful, so when we do leave, they can run a training program on their own. So it's painful and enjoyable to watch the progress, but it's very painful to say, oh, if I just stepped in there, I could fix it, but what am I really doing? I'm just teaching them to rely on other people, and that's not what we're looking for.
Soldiers from the Ukrainian Land Forces 1st Battalion, 24th Mechanized Brigade successfully completed the first 9-week rotation of Fearless Guardian 2. During the rotation, U.S. Army paratroopers from the 1st Squadron, 91st Cavalry Regiment partnered with the Ukrainian soldiers to train on infantry-based defensive-focused tasks at the individual and collective level. Army Sergeant Raymond Betancourt says the Ukrainian soldiers' motivation has benefited everyone involved in this training.
They're very eager to learn. They're very motivated. They have a lot of experience, which is good. One thing I've learned here is I didn't just come here to teach. I'm also here to learn as well. They have a lot of experience that I'm getting from them, and then we are in turn sharing it with them. So together we're making both us and the Ukrainians a lot stronger.
During the graduation ceremony, the Joint Multinational Training Group Ukraine commander, Colonel Nick Dusich, said their unit level of combat readiness has grown tremendously during this rotation. Fearless Guardian 2's second rotation begins on March 1st, 2016. Reporting from Ukraine, Army Staff Sergeant Jonathan Norris.
Are you asking if we could use these to defend? So the goal of taking the trench would be to get to the artillery.
Поворота наліво і направо.
Два поворота наліво і направо.
Куди йдемо?
Давай.
We're burning targets in now?
Наліво, я
Один
направо.
наліво, другий направо. All right.
Ти наліво, я направо. Орлів, наказ. Так. Давай, готові?
Да.
Голову пускай, коли тебе перший проходить.
Третє відділення, спорядили, 4. Ні, що не хлопнув? Крию!
Граната!
Граната! Бам! Бам-бам-бам-бам! Чисто! Чисто! Движення!
Четверо лишили. Ти вже наліво дивишся.
Стій! 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 Поворот наліво і направо! Вперед на один, да. Пошел, открытая спина стала. Куда дали?
Приймайте рішення, куди буде. Блядь, вон пол вище, щоб
Верхні сектора, верхні сектора.
Чисто! Вперед!
Вперед.
Проходите до цієї хуйні, що?
Все.
For today's training, we're doing Battle Drill 7, entering and clearing a trench. We've given their task, condition, and standards, and the things that we're looking for. Their support by fire position, establishing a foothold, and more notably, their communication amongst the section and their team building amongst this exercise. I'm the OIC for this training event. Along with myself, we have our American counterparts as well as the Lithuanians as well helping us out. All right, the section leaders are actually empowering their junior leaders to be effective amongst each section. And for the platoon sergeant and platoon leader, they're also assessing their section as we go along from each lane. I think the training here is important because it leads to bigger things in the future in terms of their training. As you know, we started off at the individual level, and now we're currently right now at the section level, and afterwards we'll move on to the platoon level and company level. And with all those things tying into one another, they'll help make their company and battalion a stronger force for years to come. I think, yeah, I would have to say so. Since we've had experience going from the last rotation, we have an idea of the expectations that we want to instill in the Ukrainian soldiers. In terms of defensive measures, we're teaching them how to establish their sectors of fire, target reference points, in terms of defensive postures, most notably as we go into training, engagement area development and things of that nature. As of now, we're teaching them how to set in a good support by fire emplacement, how to engage targets within their engagement and disengagement criteria. The first step is the section leader or that leader will identify that there is a trench, either in front of them or to the side. As we see right here, he identifies a trench. Next, we'll have a support by fire system because there may be enemy to the north or to the south. Once that's set, he'll have in an assault element inside the trench. Once they're set, he'll bring in the remaining element and they'll maneuver through the trench as is. They're actually able to pick up really fast. They're really highly motivated. They're eager to learn, and they don't mind putting in the time and the work. As we mentioned before, the dedication to their training is a result of their effort to what they put in. So what you put in is what you get out, and they've pretty much ran with that idea. There's no change to the situation. Rain, sleet, snow, doesn't even matter. We're here. We're going to put in the work. As long as we put in the work, they'll put in the work to equal us. For one, it is an airborne unit. They do have different vehicles in terms of their BTRs. The last unit had BMP, so it's a different platform set. For the most part, there are a lot of similarities in terms of their agility, in terms of eagerness to learn. To be honest with you, there's really no one answer to give. I would have to say I want to give them a way. I don't want to give them the way, but I want to give them a way. For me personally, I feel like if you have a lot of tools in your kit bag, you can pull and you can take from here, you can take from this situation. That's the one thing I like about this training rotation, because we get to work with other different countries as well, and they get to put their input as well into the training situations. So that's what my biggest takeaway would be, just to have a big toolbox with a bunch of different tools that you can take out for different situations. We all fight the same we all fight the same fight, we just fight it in different ways.
So today we're in charge of platoon live fire. We are pushing each platoon through each lane. The lane consists of them learning how to bound and support each other while moving their vehicles, and also effectively using a dismounted support by fire and incorporating their dismounted breach team that clears the objective. The first vehicle will roll up, lay down a base of fire, then it will cease fire while the next two vehicles bound up to their next positions, and then they'll kick out a dismounted support by fire, and then they'll kick out their dismounted team that will enter and clear the objective, all the while using that support by fire with the vehicles. And then once they reach the building, all the enter and clear a room train that we gave them, that'll be incorporated into clearing the objective. So it's important because we are not pushing our doctrine on them. We are just trying to enhance the training and the tactics that they already have. And I think really overall that's what we're doing here. We're taking experiences that they may not have, and we're putting that into their training. And they're also taking experiences that they have as well, unique, that we don't have, and they're sharing it with us. So when we go back to home station, we can take those as well.
So today we have a battery of Ukrainian airborne mortarmen. There's 3 120 millimeter guns in each platoon, so we have 6 total guns out here. So direct lay means that the gun is kind of operating autonomously, like by itself. So the gun commander is going to identify a target on the hill, and then he's going to try and engage that target just with himself, his crew, and the gun. They'll use binoculars to spot the target. They're going to estimate range to the target to get the elevation of the gun, and then they're going to aim it with their sight and they're going to try and engage it. This unit is very well trained, so our role, we've kind of come into more of an OC role. We observe, we make sure that they're firing safely, so we've kind of all come together to facilitate the training for this unit. Unit is very open to learning new modalities. When I first met the battery commander, he said that he was really interested in learning from us in the Polish, because he said, if you can learn all modalities of war, then you could be the god of war. So I thought that was kind of interesting.